Hi.
Hey,
Hey. Natalie, I'm going to record this because other people might come on and I'm going to answer the questions that you posted because there'll be other people who want answers to some of your questions too.
okay, that's fine.
All right.
Um, I didn't know, are most of the clients that you have in the reset um current clients that are sort of continuing on, or are there some
Both.
newbies like me?
Yeah, there's both.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And with the Tuesday 8 o'clock, I usually record it and then share it and then people who can't make it can listen in and then they might ask more questions as well or have more
Okay,
answers. And so
awesome. That sounds great.
people will come back and but yeah, first off, the cardio, don't worry about the word run, and that is for anyone else listening it to. It's just because I don't have a power walk and because it's quite generic, the program, like the cardio ones that we do, but you just want to do it as like a slow walk and a faster walk. Don't run. I know you don't run.
Okay,
And
sounds good.
yeah, it's just trying to get that change in the heart rate. So it's like having an increase in the heart rate.
Oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed. My heart rate just going out on my walk this morning, it was like, oh, and that's what it used to be when I would power walk, sort of
Yeah.
thing. So at least it's coming back down to a resting heart rate. So that's a positive. But yeah, it's like, okay, we need to get this down.
Yeah, and it's good. And you'll see the difference in like your heart rate and you'll see your difference in the blood pressure and it all starts, it just takes a little bit of time. It's just getting going. But it's really hot with you today then, is it?
Yeah, it's 30 and hazy, and with the humidity, it's crazy higher than that. So I got out I just got my breakfast in and then went. And I think tomorrow I might even go before breakfast. But
Oh, well
yeah.
done. It is raining here, so
Oh, okay. And then because we've got the Canadian wildfires, we've got
oh,
the smoke too. So the air quality, it started out as a 4, and I think it's currently a 5 now. So yeah.
oh goodness. Oh, that's a bit scary too. Yeah. Um, so with water, it's always a big thing. Water's always everyone's saying. So what I try and say to people is so before we talk about different types of liquid to drink, so basically, first of all, drinking something when you wake up in the morning. So quite often you'll look back on research, ask a question. I think there might have been one there, a screen about it before as well. So I try and like have a glass of water, but I know you don't really like water, so we'll come back to that in a minute. I try and have a glass of something by my bed in the morning. So when I wake up and take well look it's writing it into train wise. Oh god, my phone. Here's Sarah. Yeah, so when I wake up in the morning, try and get drink something, but that could be even like a hot water and lemon and ginger or something.
So the trick is I take thyroid medication in the morning and I can't have anything for an hour. So then by the time that the hour has gone by, I find it really hard to not just grab my coffee, which I know is the worst thing I
But
could
you can
possibly
drink with
do.
your thyroid. I have thyroid medication. Hi, Sarah. But you can drink, can't you, with your thyroid? Do you have an empty stomach
I
for an
can
hour?
drink just plain water, but
Yeah.
I can't it can't have lemon or ginger or anything. So this is the yeah.
Okay. So I had a chat with the doctor about this actually not so long ago, and she was saying, well, I didn't do this. She said, set an alarm for 6, take your thyroid medication, and then at 7, when you really wake up, then have
So
something.
that's what I've been doing. If I have to wake up for a wee, I take my medication. If it's after 5 in the morning, then I'll take the medication. And well, no. Just if I happen to wake up, I quickly
Yeah,
check and it's like, yep, take my pills, and then I go back to sleep.
that's a
And then
good
I know
idea.
when I get up, then I can have my liquid. So
Okay,
yeah.
well, you could just set your an alarm for 7 o'clock. So first thing when you're allowed to drink in the morning, have that drink somewhere ready, like the night before, or have your vessel ready the night before so you know, because then you start the day hydrated, because that's a massive difference. It doesn't have to be water. If it's caffeinated, that's fine. It's still liquid. It's trying to get liquid in our bodies. I mean, water is obviously the best, but there's things that you can put in. I mean, I started writing, I don't know how to post it, because you can freeze blueberries, strawberries, but I put them in water and they don't really make my water taste much different. But you can get some high juice, like little squirty things, or elderflower cordial, and it's still getting liquid into our bodies, which is what we need. We need to be flushing our bodies. So I would do something when you wake up, and have a decent drink with every meal. I don't know if you've ever heard of Michael Mosley's podcast, Just One Thing. He's got a really good podcast. It's literally 15 minutes. Michael Mosley. It's called Just One Thing. I'll have to check that I'm not saying this wrong, but he's got one on water. And he basically says, we overthink water. Drink some water with every meal, and that is going to help you to get your water consumption. So we're talking about resetting. So I'm always like blabbing on about 2 liters of water just because it's an aspirational number to get to. If at the moment you're having 0.5 of a litre of water, then actually your aspiration is to get to a litre. But yeah, like you're drinking now, that's great. We just need to keep drinking and getting fluids in our body. That is the biggest thing about it. And having water, and you can try the hot water and lemon and ginger, which has 100 of different people going against it and for it. But I have had people who use it and it has helped to flush their bodies out to help them go to the toilet. So I've done it as well. If I remember it, I would do hot water and lemon, but also it's not great for your enamel of your teeth, which is true. So yeah, so that water is really important. And then having other things, you know, like you can get oh my god, I have them when I run long distances. You can get those tablets to put in your drink that taste a little bit different. I have to go and get them. Oh, what's the name? They're really good for you. Oh, Sarah, can you think of the word? What am I thinking? Anyway, okay. Anyway.
Are they effervescent, you mean?
Oh no, I'll remember the word. I'm just having a complete blank. Anyway, so just have a little go, but it's have a focus on drinking, rehydrating. So so water, try and have it in the morning with every meal. What some of the girls done is bought a nice drinking vessel that they like the look of. And that has helped. So sometimes when you buy something new, like Fiverr off Amazon, you can get the ones that tell you the different times of the day. Some people like it that. Some people have done alarms on their phone to tell them to drink. Some people have like had that pint by the water. Some people, when they are working, actually, this is steps. Some people have the drinking vessel that needs to keep being refilled. So have it by their workstation or wherever they keep going to, then they go and refill it. So that's a few kind of water, but water is often the big thing. There we go. Sarah's got her pint of water right there. And there's a lot of people that don't like water. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I like it cold. I keep a bottle of sparkling water in my fridge because I find that's more refreshing. Just have a play around it, and hopefully some of the others will come up with some ideas. Does that help? Yeah, Natalie, just unmute. It's fine. Sarah, just unmute. Don't let my voice be the only one. And then steps. Sarah, you might like this as well. So on YouTube, I might even do one of my own one day. There are videos of people doing steps. So I just went on YouTube quickly then. And I was looking at them thinking, oh, they're all quite annoying. But I know lots of people that have done, they just go on YouTube and you just put 5,000 steps. And it's literally people. So you would just sit in your lounge and you just follow them to do steps. Sarah, I haven't ever thought about suggesting that to you. But that
thought of that either.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll find a link for one and I'll put it on the group. So I was just looking at a couple of them and actually it's quite an easy way to get in, isn't it? Don't know if you can hear actually, what are you doing? Scratching the floor. What was your other question, Natalie? There was something else, wasn't there? Oh, Sarah, I freaked Natalie out. So Natalie is from Canada and Natalie and I used to PT together 10 years ago.
Yeah, the beginning of football.
Yeah, 10, 12 years ago. It was a long time ago.
It could be up to 12 years ago. We've been back 7 years now. So yeah, we were there for 6 years. So about 12, I'd say 10 to 12.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's just got on train rise for the first time. It's the cardio, you know, where it says run, walk. She's like, oh my goodness.
I still don't run. If you see me running, there's a problem. There's a bear or something really bad. Run, run, run. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sarah, you've done them as power walk and walking, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to do couch to 5K, but I'm trying to do walking. Couch to
Oh,
5K, so I'm
nice.
doing like a slow walk and then a fast walk. And I did 2.5 laps around our local rugby field when my son was training. So yeah, so I've got Denise Lewis as my coach, egging me on, which is great. But then I spoke to my sister yesterday and she goes, yeah, but you're not really doing a couch to 5K, are you? But I'm
Yes,
trying to
you
explain
are.
to her, well,
You
I'm
are.
doing it
Don't listen. Don't
gradually.
listen. You are, Sarah.
I'm just, yes, I'm doing it gradually, but obviously I want to do 3 sessions a week. And I started off with one, so this week I'm going to try and build it up to 2 and build it up gradually.
Because
So
Sarah, you
yeah.
are doing couch to 5K. You are still building up to 5K. So
Yeah, just a little bit. So I just have
in
to do it gradually, don't I?
just
So
yeah, so
Yeah,
Sarah and I
yeah.
had a conversation, and Sarah and I've been working together for a long time, and Sarah was feeling a little bit blur, going, oh, I wish I could do what I used to do. And I think I was being a bit forthright that night, Sarah, wasn't I? I was like, right, Sarah, be proud of who you are now, be who you are now. We're not who we were 10
yeah,
years ago. We don't need to be that person. So now let's
yeah,
just do this. And Sarah's like,
yeah,
okay. And
Well,
so
I'm glad
yeah,
to hear that I'm not alone then in those feelings. It's like, oh,
yeah,
I used to be
absolutely.
able to do, but I can still do a lot of things. And that's what I'm sort of celebrating. It's like I can still get out and walk. I can still,
yeah.
so I'm building, I'm rebuilding. Yeah.
That's you as well, Sarah, isn't it? It's rebuilding. And you know, with the reset, we were chatting in the gym today, like we're always resetting, even though we leave the reset with sustainable lifestyle habits of thinking about the water and the protein and the gut health. We still need a little bit of support to go, right, okay, this is what we're going to do
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just
So
little
I know
nudges.
I've had the last few days I've had really nice food. But obviously not necessarily what you would call your 80/20. So I was starting fresh this morning, and then Paul goes, well, let's go out for lunch. And I was like, right, okay. But I was really good. You'll be very impressed. I had salad, and we also had the pizza, but we had the salad in a massive salad bowl. And then I'm about to do the one you messaged me earlier. I got my cottage cheese, so I'm going to have my protein scrambled eggs. It's a bit late, I know, but I am having my protein scrambled eggs. And then obviously I bought all my fruit. So I'll be having my smoothies. So yeah.
Smoothies is great for liquid as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the protein scrambled egg is basically scrambled egg with some cottage cheese in it.
It's cottage cheese.
Okay.
So it
But
will
I
come
had
through.
my pizza. On my pizza, I had chicken. So I
Oh,
made
that's
sure I had my
good. You're still adding
protein on my
protein.
chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
Good
go.
on my
stuff.
pizza. See, I had Kirsty in my head going, protein, protein, protein.
So I've actually for the July reset, actually I've reused the reset program, so it'll come up with the same automated. So I was just writing the same stuff again. I thought actually I'm going to use that because it's got loads of good stuff. So it's automated. So you get lots of little recipes and little messages, Natalie, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, she's there again. But I do automate a lot of it, but I also write it as well. I write it all, but sometimes I do it in one
Change it
lot. Yeah, and so what we try and do is set targets each week. So Sarah's target last week was to do 3 core workouts. Done? She's like,
No.
no, but 3 couch to 5K.
Yeah. So I was concentrating more on the couch to 5K, and I've done 1.
Well done. You did it. I love that.
So I have done 1. My aim this week would be to do 2 couch to 5K. 2 couch to 5K.
Okay. 2 couch to 5K. And plan out your food, Sarah.
Plan out my food. Yes. Plan out my food.
Yeah. So Natalie, I'm a bit worried that you come in and I've completely bombarded you.
Nope.
But really overall, girls, this week, like Sarah, think of it as starting fresh again. So this week, just focusing on getting in some exercise, our steps and our calories. So calories, being aware of what we're eating. Natalie, it was great that you've tracked because it just gets in your head.
But I'm loving the fact that MyFitnessPal today told me about my fat content. And I'm like, you didn't comment yesterday when I had half a pound of bacon for breakfast, but you're commenting today, like about the avocado. I'm like,
oh yeah,
really?
That's healthy fat. So that's why it's good to have the knowledge in as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure if my Fitbit is syncing with Trainerize.
it won't for I'll have a check. It
For
won't
food.
it won't for food, I don't think, but don't worry about
Okay,
that.
so that's the issue I'm having too. So I was overjoyed when I got my Garmin back from my kid that Garmin
Yeah.
will go over as well. So all my activities, I don't have to enter. It will just go across, which is really lovely.
Ah,
Does it link
But
to
awesome.
Garmin?
food won't. And I'm like, why are you not going across when
Oh.
I've connected you properly? And it says, you know, like within my Fitness Pal, it says that it's
Yeah.
connected, but it's not putting the numbers in. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, wait,
So
wait there. Let me just check on my.
It's like my steps. So I was walking around the monkey forest at Trentham yesterday with my sister, and I did loads of steps. But when I looked later on in Trainerize, I couldn't see it on there. So I don't know if it's syncing my steps. I know it's doing it on my Fitbit app, but I don't know if it's actually doing it with Trainerize.
okay.
I'm just looking for the my settings. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'll have a look
But
on someone
because
else.
I keep syncing it,
Don't worry. It's like, don't worry.
I know I've done it, and I can keep telling you what I've
you've
done.
done it.
It's
It's
just
just
that extra
annoying.
sort of step. I know. So I
Yeah,
see that on page
I
2
have
of
done it. Why
the,
is it telling you I haven't done anything?
yeah. I see that on page 2 of the week 1 reset, we do have a place to put steps and things like that. But I'm like, it's just so much easier if it just does it for us.
I think
And
it
then
does it
it's
for
kind of
you.
like a
I mean,
little
Sarah,
star.
yours is synced. Yours
Yeah.
That's synced. That's
Yeah.
fine then, as long as I know it's synced. I just thought it hadn't.
It
And
doesn't.
I will,
It
yeah,
doesn't.
weird.
Oh, 3rd of July, 13,000 steps.
Good for
Yeah,
you, Sarah.
yeah.
So
The
Sarah's
rain.
amazing with her steps. She's
It's,
massively increased them.
yeah.
Fantastic.
If you click on your steps, Sarah, on Trainerize, it will give you your little graph.
Ah, right, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm not doing then.
That's all right though. I mean, the app is really nice to have everything in one place. It's just I've been using it for 3 years now,
Yeah.
and actually yours is syncing too.
Mine is syncing for steps, but not for food.
Uh, okay, just it's not coming up with the food either. I'll have a look into that. Don't worry. I think there must be something going on with the settings.
Okay.
I'll have a little look. But yeah, just with the app, just enjoy it, and you don't have to do all the workouts. I just put too much on there so that you have choice.
No, I like the buffet
Okay.
so that we can sort of choose what is inspiring us at the time.
Yeah, and there's some nice ones. There was where is it? The half kneeling to floor one is a nice one for the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that before I go to bed since I've got 5 extra hours on you guys.
Yeah. And some of them will be too much. I mean, that strength cardio 20 minutes is all right, actually. And the recorded ones are quite good just to look and watch. So if you just adapt them, just keep adapting them. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Any more questions? Natalie, this week I'm not going to set you any targets. You just need to like go steady.
Okay, I do have a quick question about
Go
gait
on.
mechanics. Should my rib cage be moving when I walk?
In what way?
Okay, so this just came up last week when my new PT, who's doing the myofascial release, doing the normal, you know, seeing where I'm hypermobile and where I can extend and where I'm a bit tight and blah, 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 like doing the standing and bending backwards test. But he watched me walk up and down the hall. And I mean, I know about my pronation. There weren't many surprises that way, but he said that I'm not very mobile through my spine, that my rib cage really doesn't move when I walk. And I'm like, which way should it be going? Because when we swing our arms, it should be an outward motion, not like the shoulders really don't, you know, you don't go forward. So I'm now concerned when I'm walking that I'm not walking in the right way and doing more harm than good.
I don't think you'll be doing any harm
Okay, cool.
in that. No. If anything, you might just be tight around your shoulders and your neck.
Oh, well, that's a definite. So,
Yeah.
okay, if that's just all it could be, then that's fine.
I
Cool.
think once you start moving more and doing the exercises and like moving in different ways, your body will strengthen really quickly.
Okay.
And then maybe it's something to have a bit more of a conversation with him. But I think once if you're quite tight, and also when you're being watched, you're not quite walking in the right way.
Tension.
Well,
Yeah, and also
Is
your
it tension?
core,
Because I get
yeah.
tension
yeah,
around that.
okay.
And when your
Okay.
core strengthens as well. So you probably haven't done much core if you've done any core recently, but if your core hasn't really been activated, it hasn't really been strengthened, your back hasn't been strengthened, you'll probably feel a bit marshmallowy, like you don't quite know what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. But as you start to strengthen, you'll start to able to activate the muscles. So when you're walking,
Okay.
you'll be like, okay, I can feel my glutes, I can feel my stomach. This is how I'm holding myself. But let's keep having a conversation about that. Like, let's not push that under the carpet. We'll just keep coming back to it, but see how you feel in a week's time.
Sounds good. Thank you, ladies.
But yeah, but just enjoy the movement and relish in your movement of your body. That's the big thing about prioritizing you and making the time for you, because we get pushed to the bottom of the pile, don't we, our bodies?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Sarah, I meant to say before, I've recorded this so I can just pop it on the group for anyone that wants to listen, because Natalie had some good questions I think other people would want to listen to as well. Sarah, you got any questions?
No, I think I'm okay, actually.
All good. Natalie, you all good? Cool. Well, let's catch up again this time next week.
Sounds good. Lovely to meet you, Sarah.
Nice to meet you, Natalie.
From Canada. How cool is that?
I know, that's pretty cool, because that's my dream destination.
Which, Canada? Oh, but probably just the West Coast, right?
No, all of it. All of it.
Yay, okay.
Yeah, I've got distant relatives in Winnipeg, and they had that race around the world, and I was going, yeah, want to go there, want to go there, want to go there. It's just amazing. The whole, yeah. I want to retrace my grandparents' steps when they went to Canada and things like that. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'd be lucky to have you over here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you girls enjoy the rest of your day, Natalie.
Thank you.
Sarah, have a nice evening, and I'll see you guys next week.
Okay, sounds
good.
good.
Thank you.
Take care. Just message me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.